All right, game two of my uh, odd decks set here. Kind of again, post regionals, you always tend to be it's the most experimental time is after a major tournament, and well, my own experience has not been any different. Playing Exile and Nisei division, and really trying to, for the first time, really hone decks of my own. I mean, the Exile one does run the combo that's well known here, and but the Nisei, I've absolutely nothing to go off of. It's 100% my own. Started Scorched, has gone to through a number of other incarnations. My current one, I'm trying to go money and ice and play just kind of old school Netrunner, where I advance in a server. To that end, private contracts here has been a phenomenal card for me. The high trash cost means, not a lot of, I get to use it, unlike Melange. And he's already got an Opus out, so we're definitely gonna, again, I use this card a lot, the Medical Research Fundraiser. Reason being, it is a great burst. It's the same as a restructure with the +5, but it does have that little hindrance in that it gives runner credits. But the big thing for me, it's all about percentages. If they draw or if they're at a high percent or they have a whole lot of money, $3 extra isn't going to help them as much because it's a much smaller percentage increase to their pool. But when they're low, those tend to clog my hand. So, tell you what, we're going to start setting up the. Well, I only have so many cards in hand, so we're going to put the. We'll set this up here, and then we're going to start the private contracts. Okay, now this guy I played earlier ran a very high money very high money replicated perfection, so I know he knows just how devastating a good asset-based economy can be, so he's not going to let me have any of that. So basically putting that out there. It looks like he's not rezzing when I put out remotes though, so that's one of the benefits to running this style in Jinteki, is that, well, I'm playing an HB game with a Jinteki deck, which means people have Jinteki fears. And when you're worried about hitting shocks and Shi.Kyūs and snares and Edge of World and any number of just frightening ice, you tend to slow down your runs quite a bit. And looks like they're setting up. I mean, they've got the whole prepaid thing going on, lucky finds, replicators, very interesting. But they have yet to make a single poke at either of my centrals. The only run that's happened this whole game is on the private contracts. So, and I keep forgetting to res that mental health clinic. But that's okay. 12 credits means the research fundraiser is live again. And, I'll let that Shi.Kyū protect the hand a little more. So with one more credit, or one more click, we just credit up and pass the turn. Now, with a corp deck like this, I usually try and let the game come to me, as opposed to a super modernism deck, which I've played and I really enjoy. and it's far more competitive. It's a tournament deck I play that wants to rush out and be aggressive. This deck, I kind of want the game to come to me. So you'll see me draw every now and then, never on third click, and typically I want to stay right around that maximum hand size. So, and forgot the mental health clinic again. Let's see. Alright, Eli, new addition to this deck here. Recently changed up the influence quite a bit to add closed accounts here. There's a little tag punishment. I was playing Cerebral Cast without any really defined form of tag punishment, where people fear Scorched Earth, and the original version had Scorched Earth. They'll take the brain damage every time. But as I build these big ice forts here, people tend to not expect the Scorched Earth, and when that happens, they just take the tag and then laugh. So I needed some kind of tag punishment, and actually with this guy, Cerebral Cast to close accounts, if I can ever get him to run, is going to be phenomenal. And if I remember to res that mental health clinic, I'll get the run I need. But we're going to contract it up here. Got a full hand. Need more money because this remote is not going to be cheap to res. Looks like we need 12 to res it. So we'll have 4 credits left at the end of that. But they are moneying up something fierce. I don't know what he expects me to have. Okay, Yag. Gets through the Yagura, but now I can res the Tollbooth easy. So you can Yag around all you want. With that Opus clogging up the memory, not a great place to be for him. Alright, I'm going to remember to res this time. Okay. And then begin the turn. So I get the credit. Let's throw just a little nominal ice in front of it here. It's too late. I already said I would do it. Problem is I want him to run it. And I want him to run it successfully, and I guess I need a successful run here for the Cerebral Casts. So, boy, this is a timid runner. Kind of wish I'd been seeing agendas now. And they're getting time to set up a ton of stuff. Recommending Akamatsu's I Smell Overmind. Normally you see it in Chaos Theory and Shaper. Again, I played in Exile, which I really like. Thank you, Future Perfect. Tell you what, the Yagura isn't going to do anything for me. I don't have any program destruction. And boy, I've got a ton of money here because he hasn't made me res any ice, but he's got 17 credits as well. I just need one successful run. Drawing still. R&D interface, so I know where he's coming now. Now I'm glad I switched out that Yagura. Guarded Tollbooth, gonna be nice. And sure gambling when they're on 22 credits. And discarding the Zoo. So running both Zoo and Yog, and I think Yog is going to be the better of the two. Without Data Sucker support, not ideal for them. Tell you what, let's see here. I'm really kind of falling out of love with the Draco here because there's no Siphon play going on. Siphon is absolutely everywhere these days. And if you're not playing for the contingency of a siphon, you're not playing good Netrunner anymore. So let's throw the Hadrians out here, and I think we score out next turn. Well, the next 2 turns. Okay, so we put that future perfect in next turn. 30 credits. This is a rich runner. But I've been moneying up almost as aggressively as he has. So perhaps he thinks it's a Scorch play. It's typically how you play against Scorch, is you try to outmoney them. But a lot of setup. Second R&D interface. Let's see. Okay. So I'm thinking maybe they're going to be playing like R&D interface into Maker's Eye. So just dig incredibly deep in one run. It's the only way I can see being this slow to operate or methodical. What are we test running here? Tell you what, they might be able to get in and score with this much money. Test running an SMC? I don't get that. Okay. Well, let's res the guard. Okay. So they're going to go get their sentry breaker. Self-modifying code's gone, so there is that benefit to the test run. But I mean, it's going to cost them 5 extra credits to go get the breaker. But I guess if you've got 1 billion credits, and what are they going to fem? They fem the Tollbooth. Oh my goodness. So, well, we got our successful run, but it's going to be 3 cards off of R&D. Luckily, I've got a lot of annoying agendas here. Oh, and we had a Shi.Kyū. And they got a GRNDL Refinery and a shock. Okay, well, the GRNDL Refinery, especially with a runner like this, would have been nice. We got a clone chip with the net damage. Got the successful run. But the problem is that all 3 cards are gone, and they're getting through that server that I thought it was going to be so nice for 3 credits. And I'm not going to pay 8 to make it 2. So, Fetal AI, 2 more damage. Akamatsu and a Scavenge. Alright, what's their hand size now? 2? So, we're going to break him next turn, as long as we can land this Cerebral cast. Down. Oh, it looks like he just needs 2 more. Okay. Okay. Look forward to draw, but 3 cards in hand. Probably not too enthused about taking brain damage against seeing that much damage that he just took. So we cast first. And I think we go 0 here. Alright, let's see. Let's hope he takes the tag. He's saying he won the Cerebral cast. Oh, never mind. Thought he had one. Okay, well, I guess we can't score out. That was disappointing. Okay, well, he doesn't have any searchers out. We net damaged a lot of his hand. I think we delete the Tollbooth here. And we'll get a ton of credits. Let's and a ton of shocks hit. So I think we do the Susano here. And take a credit. Still working out how people work these side games. I've been playing a lot more since I playing the side game Identity here. Tell you what, even with all of that setup and all that money he had at one point, they're already down to 11. They've got a Sentry Breaker that's going to be a pain to get through R&D with now. And yeah, I'm liking where I'm sitting. Dinosaurus. So they're going to scavenge the Fen. Because I'm not seeing any other good Fen targets there for Kate. Unless they go Yog. Yagosaurus can be a problem for this. For how we're set up here. Because Inazuma is a card. Sorry about that. Had a little... I'm not quite sure what that was, but when you're running operating systems inside of operating systems, sometimes things don't always go the way you want them to. So we score out the Fruits Perfect here. Interesting that I could leave it in the server for 2-3 turns and still score it pretty comfortably. Still at 20 credits when we have it scored. No other agendas in hand. So there's no other kind of big deal to my my money here soon. I'm going to have to res one of those Susanos here soon. Now the biggest problem I have with my current ice placement is that I've got 2 Susanos on the board. The one I'd like to have up at least for a little while is the one on R&D because of those R&D interfaces. The unfortunate thing, though, is the one on my scoring remote is within Inazuma. So thinking about just clearing that out and just going Snowflake into Hadrian's. Cheaper to res. Well, not that that's overly a concern right now. I think I should start advancing that Hadrian's on my extra clicks now, here soon. That's going to be huge. It doesn't have a barrier breaker out. Going too soon, though, with all that extra memory. Let's see. So Fem is 2 to boost, and they're going to have to boost it 7 times, so it's going to cost them 14 to boost, 15 to break, so 16 to get through the server. Am I right? No, I'm not right. It's got to raise 5. So 5, 10, sorry. So he's in, and I need to be right back. Alright, we're back. Didn't score any more agendas. The Caprice looks like the... Alright, so got the Susanoo. We got him down to 6 credits. That scoring remote could not look any better right now. I think we draw. Well, we res the Susanoo, so we have a lot fewer credits now. And play the Celebrity Gift without showing the Tollbooth. Because, well, that Susanoo over HQ is going to be a... it's going to be a pain for him. I think we should throw... the Shi.Kyū is more interesting. So we're going to throw that in trash and end the turn. Alright, 3 cards in hand. The mental health clinic has been doing some work for me here. Having that protected is nice. So he's going to do same old scavenge and put the Susanoo on there. There we go. Is he putting it on the... Is he putting it on the dino? Okay. So he's getting through for 2 credits this turn. It's going to be a pain, but that's okay. That actually solves a problem we were going to have. Yep, the Fem's on, so we got a Femosaurus. Okay. And R&D run for 2 credits. That's just Susanoo goes away. Tollbooth goes up in its place. Probably not going to run and scavenge again for the Tollbooth. Another Fetal. And what do we get with the net damage? 3rd R&D interface. Love seeing that gone. Dinosaurus, he's already got one up. So one of 2 of those was good. 2 credits, 2 cards in hand. He shot his wad pretty good. He's up 4-3 though. We can Cerebral cast again, but he's only got 2 credits. There's no way he's taking brain. Yeah, I think priority number 1 is to delete this Susanoo and Tollbooth that. Especially because the Yog is, well, not going to be a thing for that. And he put the Fem on the Dinosaurus, so he would have to get rid of his Sentry Breaker in order to Yagosaurus it up. I really like that play. Let's see, I think I draw 1. You know what, this just got really good. HQ's kind of weak, but he's not running it. Yeah, I think we advance the Hadrians here. And then toss the Draco. With 28 credits, he's never going to make me res anything. Problem is I'm in a pretty rough R&D lock right now. I know I'm not going to be seeing agendas for the next 2 cards. Because, well, he dug at least that deep. But he has no answers for the Tollbooth. I don't see a clone ship or same old thing. So to be able to pull that zoo out. And again, he's not going to trash the Fem in order to Yagosaurus up. So I think that Tollbooth is going to be really good. Any PD contract. He must not have had the money to steal last time. Okay. Well, that's going in the remote. It's definitely safer there than it is in my hand. And we're going to advance it twice just to give us options on our next turn. Well, he knows what I have in my hand. Most of the advanceable ice are barriers, so he has to assume barriers are in effect here. Uh-oh. Okay, well, he's got money again. But I think we got him locked out with the Tollbooth. Because again, I've got a lot of money. I don't see any clone ships. Oh, there is a clone ship. So you can go get the zoo. But that's going to be expensive. He's got to save the clone ship. I don't know what he's got for barrier breakers. So... Alright, 8 strength barrier. Even with 8 credits, he can't go in and get what he needs to break that. He's trying to. Is he going to try and fem it? Clone ship self-modifying for... Morningstar hates this. Corroder's too expensive. I don't know what he's trying to get that he might break for 6. Deus Ex? Okay. Oh, okay. Just preparing for damage, I guess. Which, to be honest, most of the damage I have is if he runs archives. If he's getting sucker tokens. Good game. Don't have the agendas, though. 3 credits means this stays in my hand. No successful runs. So... we draw again. Basically, we're just looking for agendas here. So, let's see here. The shock definitely goes. One of the snowflakes goes. I think the Inazuma goes. I discarded too many cards. I thought I was out of clicks. Oh, I forgot this whole time that I had an APD that I could have scored. But that still only puts me to 5, so I don't know why he's talking about a good game. Okay. 10 credits. I'm going to want to use this soon. Yep, and he's opusing up. That's good for me. Doesn't have any clone ships left on the board. Advance, and Medical Research Fundraiser. Alright, 14 credits. We just have to hope he doesn't run HQ to get this first future perfect. He would still have to win a side game. But if he does, he wins. If I can get this into the remote, I'm going to win. He would need a lot of credits to go get a barrier breaker to be able to get into here. Oh, a torch. Wow, he's running a lot of Koge breakers. Okay, so he's digging deep into... he's really working that R&D lock. But that's okay, I already got what I need. So he loses 3 credits for that, and then he pays. And he pays 1 for the fem. So accessing with 5 credits, so he can steal an NAPD if he sees one. But he... Let's see here, I'm nervous here. Future perfect. Okay. If I lose this side game, I lose the game. Trying not to overthink it. Just going with a 1. Yes! Succeeded. How many clicks does he have left? He has 0 clicks left. Trash to Nisei. I haven't seen a Caprice this whole game. That R&D lock stuff is for real. Okay. Install advance. Interesting that he goes and gets the torch there instead of some kind of barrier breaker. I guess he was locked out either way. I guess he thinks R&D might be the sweeter fruit here. Quality time. Scavenges the fem. Onto what? Onto the Hadrians. Okay. it'll cost him 2 to get through that. So I think we res just the Susanoo. Rita Opus and 4 to run. Okay. And okay. I don't think I res the Inazuma here. He doesn't have the credits. He doesn't have the bypass ability on there. So he is going to archives. There's no there's nothing in there worth having. He's going to see a lot of discarded ice. We'll pay 1 for the Shi.Kyū. Oh. Okay. It's a lot of damage. Oh, there was a Morning Star in there. Oh no! Oh, Mental Health Clinic is going to save my bacon. 3 credits. It's enough to score. All right, we win the game. This big money, big ice thing, I kind of like it in Jinteki. Don't know if it's good, but it's definitely fun. Thanks.